Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. Why are you laughing?
Can't believe this is happening.
Yes. Okay, before we go into it, hi guys, welcome back. Ivy, stop. Oh my god. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Non-Immigrant Student. Clearly, I'm not alone today, and I'm so excited to have this new guest. I'm currently sitting on her couch in her New York apartment overlooking the Hudson River.
Yes.
To give you a visual with okay, yes, let me not get into it. But yes, hi guys. It's nice to see you guys again. Or it's nice to hear from you. Or it's nice for you to hear from me. It's been about 2 weeks, but I'm here. And just in a bit, we'll let our new guest introduce herself. But she's none other than my first roommate in the United States of America. Some of you know her as my Kenyan sister, or some of you don't, but you will. Welcome. Okay, I'm serious now. Okay, so Ivy, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name's Ivy Ochieng. I'm so honored. Finally. I've been honored to be a guest on the prestigious,
Please, stop.
The prestigious podcast.
I hate you. Stop. Thank you.
No, it's good to see how far it's come, hearing you record over the, I guess it's been years now. So,
2 years.
Look at that.
Yes.
Look at God.
Yeah.
So, blessed be to you.
Wow. Ivy, this podcast has you praying. I love to see. Oh gosh. Okay. Just to give you guys an idea of where we are. Okay, like I said, I'm on her couch. And it's been a long couple of weeks. Multiple weeks, guys. And I think I said this in the last episode. I've been so stressed at work, honestly. And today today is Wednesday. I took Thursday and Friday off for this week. And I was like, I told Ivy, is it that I'm missing you or I'm missing Ithaca? But whichever one it is, I just want to come to your house and put my feet up and eat jollof rice from Lagos Lounge. And drink some wine. But I know you'll be the one. But either way, remember when you used to make cocktails?
Absolutely. I
when
have
we're in
one
Ithaca,
right now.
yeah. And I would be like, I'm not sure I drink, but yes, I'll try some. And then they would always be nice. But yeah, good old days. Anyway, but yeah,
I should have made you one today, but I didn't know if you wanted.
I know I brought my ginger ale.
Wednesday drink.
From home, I brought my ginger ale always. But yeah, anyway, so sometimes when you're missing certain places and certain things, you just want to be around them. So yeah, I'm happy I came here today, even though I feel like I just saw you 2 weeks ago. But anyway.
You're always welcome.
Thank you, Sista. Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. I've titled today's episode The Adulthood Rant, just because I feel like I had so many things to also get off my chest. And I enjoyed talking to Ivy, and I was like, wait, I guess we can actually record our chat today. But every time I have a new guest on the episode, I always like to tell people how we met to give context. So do you want to give your side of the story? Then I'll corroborate it. Do you remember how we met?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to pick you up to go to Ola's house for our Friendsgiving.
Shout out to you, Ola. Mm-hmm.
And you bailed. You decided to walk. I don't think you knew what walking meant in the U.S. When someone wants to pick you up, it's because it's miles away.
Yeah.
So somehow you made it there. Mm-hmm. We made it at the same time. Mm-hmm. And so Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
2020.
Yes.
Is when we met.
Yes, that's when we met. I remember. Yeah. And you were the girl who came in with the brown jacket and a paper towel. And I was like, who is this lady? But you also look so cool. Remember your black and white shoes? Do you remember the sneakers? I was like, who is this lady? She doesn't look Nigerian, but she looks nice. And that was my first impression of you. And I decided to walk that day because I had just moved to the US. I was in quarantine. And when I went to take my COVID test to let them know that I'm done with quarantine, I was walking through Ithaca and I was like, wow, this is such a beautiful path. I guess I could just keep going. And I was like, oh, I'll just keep walking. So that's why I was walking. But anyway, that's how we met at that Friendsgiving where there were a lot of Nigerians and Africans. And honestly, that became the first place I met all the people I know today at Cornell. I still feel like I didn't even bond enough with my cohort mates, like people in my actual program, engineering management, because I was always with Black people. And I feel like I lost some friends because of that, but I don't regret it, so it's fine.
Same.
I do not regret it. So yeah, and you recently turned 30.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I don't think it's sunk in yet. It was kind of anticlimactic, you know.
What did you do for your 30th? I know you're in Kenya.
Yeah, so like unfortunately my grandmother passed, so like that week and that weekend we were just, you know, handling funeral stuff. So it didn't really feel like a birthday. So we'll see. Maybe in a few months, maybe 31 is when it will sink in that
that you're now in your 30s.
That I'm not adulting, I'm a full-blown adult, you know?
Yeah, I saw this meme on Instagram. Do you speak Pidgin? Broken English?
Not really, no.
All of us, they push enter 30 and nobody, they allow them. Like all of us are nearing 30, but nobody's saying anything about it.
And they shouldn't. Honestly, I would just say maybe the thing about being 30 that I've also recognized in friends, it's like before that you start thinking that a lot should happen by then, but then 30 hits and you realize that it's just another age, you know? So don't feel the pressure of these milestones.
Okay.
Life is a journey, so, you know, continue striving for your goals.
You see. I'll remember that in 3 years.
Yeah.
I'll try to.
If you have a goal, don't wait till you're 30. Maybe do it now. Or maybe you need to wait till you're 35 or 37.
I know. I've been seeing things of people like who woke up at 40. I woke up at 30. I woke up at 40. I woke up at 35. I'm like, okay, no pressure.
Times have changed, you know. It's not like you turn 50 and then like you're done. You go to the village. Nowadays you turn 60 and it's like you're still buying companies, you're buying homes, you're moving to like your condo in the city.
That's true. That's so true.
So think of it that way.
Man, that's so true. But right now, I'm just trying to survive corporate America.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing.
Yes, so how's work been for you?
Work is actually pretty good. I mean, I do feel like everyone around me is drowning in terms of work. Just because of what's happening with the economy. It's affecting, it seems like, everyone.
Yeah.
But I'm fortunate enough to say that my job is the only like cozy thing going on, you know. It's not stressing me.
Your life. Okay, I thought you were about to boast about JP Morgan and how there were no layoffs.
Please. You want me to, but
that's true. We didn't even talk about, okay, we should actually talk about how when I tell you guys I have friends in finance, she is the friend in finance. Oh my God, she is so bad and bougie. Remember, so for some of you who saw on Instagram, 2 weeks ago, we went for a car showing, and it was Ivy who told me about it. We should get tickets and all that. And then I also brought two of my other friends from Nigeria and Covenant University. And we were looking at cars, and then we saw this new Toyota Hyundai car, the white one. And then one of the other friends I brought from CU was like, oh, I went to check out this car recently last week in California. And Ivy was like, this car, it looks like an Uber driver's car. Although it looks like an Uber. I think that's what she said. And oh my God, I was so embarrassed on his behalf. But this is not like, and it's not like that guy didn't have the money to buy a $60,000 car.
A great car. Let me just say that.
She's like, this is an Uber. And then there was another car we saw, and you were like, that's a grandma car. What did you even say? There was this other car, or whether that's your car for retirement. I can't remember.
No, maybe it was. Yeah.
I can't remember.
For her information, my favorite car at the car show was a Hyundai. It's just the one he chose was, your typical Uber car.
Oh my God. Anyway, the point is that you're bad and bougie, and I love it. I love it.
I hope so. I hope my international vibe, just radiates.
Okay. Yes, and by the way, I should say, she's Kenyan, but she moved to the US when she was 12. And what else? Got your MBA. Where did you go for college? Lehigh?
Yeah, undergrad, I went to Lehigh, and then MBA at Cornell.
Yes, and I also wanted to thank you for helping my friend prep for coming into the MBA when she got in.
I know, and she's going there. Yeah. So honestly, whoever we can help to,
yeah,
secure the bag.
I know how many Cornell students too. Like I haven't studied here before. Like I trained one person for the Cornell interview for engineering management, and then because I didn't have time, I was like, please, can you help me train this other person who just told me they got in? And then there's this chain of people, and I have a group chat where I keep people that I'm training, like everybody, like creating that community. But it's just sad. She got denied her US visa today, actually. Some other people, and she even had scholarship. Like, she got like $40,000 off tuition. While there are some other people who get visas, but no scholarship. So, like,
and honestly, that's why a community is good, because you're not alone. Other people went through what you're going through. And so reach out definitely if you're thinking of like moving to a different country and starting a new career or school.
Honestly,
someone's been through exactly what you're going through.
I agree the experience is actually the best teacher, because a lot of mistakes too I didn't make was because I always ask questions. Like, information is power, and
you're good at that too. You ask a lot of questions. That's my flaw. I'm kind of the suffer in silence kind of person.
Yeah, I always joke that I'm the curiosity that killed the cat, but
that's cute.
But yeah. Although when I was in college or university back in the day, like I would say my peers, my classmates hated me. Well, not like real hate, but like class is about to end and I'm still that annoying student trying to get a question answered at the end of the class.
Because it's like those people.
Yes, I was one of those people. But at the same time, like if my notes were not complete, no one had notes to in class. So you needed me to ask those questions so that our notes can be complete, and all of us can do well. Well, I was one of the girls that did that. But anyway, there's that. But for me, I think work I've been saying it has been busy. And then when I look through my calendars, I try to quantify it. But I might not be able to describe it. But I think after the layoffs, things just changed. I was telling you earlier that my company leadership became more top-down now. Like, none of us are googly anymore. We have this thing called googliness at the office where, like, people speak nicely. There's all this flowery speech, you don't tell me what to do. I don't tell you what to do. But even me, in the past 2 weeks, I've been snapping at people too. Like, people will comment in our group chat. My team has a group chat, like, atting me, like, why is this not this? I'm like, if you have to come at me like this in public, I'm going to return you the favor. And I'm going to be like, people will be asking me, sorry, where's this document? Because I'm the program manager of my team. Or like, can we do this better? And I always have receipts. Like, I would have documented this somewhere. So if you didn't find it, that's not my problem. You should have pinged me on the side to ask me for it, woman to woman or man to man. But since you decided to take it to public, I'm like, okay, we're going to do it there. We're all going to air our dirty laundries. And I'm always like, oh, if you check this and this and this, I updated this and I informed you and I informed you. Sometimes I feel like they can all tell that I'm being bitchy about it, but I don't care, because I'm like, in the first place, you should have come to meet me on the side. So I've been snapping a lot at people, and I was like, I think I need to take time off, because it's like when I feel like there's so much pressure on me, and then you're also doing that means I also have to save face in front of leaders. That's double pressure. So I'm like, okay.
That was a smart move. Recognizing when you need to step away.
Exactly.
Because we say that a lot, even like in the office. Sometimes you have a bad meeting or someone just talks to you the wrong way.
Exactly.
You're not like a prisoner. Get up, go take a walk.
Exactly.
But you have to know when to step away. So, like, good job to you for doing that.
Yes, I'm happy. And that's why I came here this evening, because tomorrow I don't have to wake up early. I'm like, yes. I'm on. Yes, so thank you for having me.
But just remember, others are also struggling. Like, what you went through is, like, a difficult situation to be in, because we don't even know if it's the last time.
Do you mean the layoffs?
Yeah, the layoffs and just...
I know. I mean, they kind of, like, calm, like, all of our worries about a second round by cutting down cafe hours, reducing the amount of guests we bring in, they're kind of doing
Which I'm salty about that. I really want to speak to the manager about that.
So guys, for context, when my friends would come to the Google office and would try to like take snacks, for like my friend Jo would say, she would be like, for reparations, we take snacks, but like we just take stuff from the cafe. Of course, like if you bring visitors in, you just take them to the cafes and everyone like pick snacks. So we used to have like Lindt chocolate. And apparently, is that premium chocolate? Mm-hmm. So yeah, apparently it is. And then I think even my friend Busai had told me it was premium chocolate. So when I went home for Christmas, I actually went to the Lindt store on 34th Street.
I remember you bought the whole bag.
How do you know? Did I tell you?
Because I was with you.
Oh yes! You went together! Oh my god, yes!
I almost ate that whole thing. It was so good.
That's true. I bought like 4 big packs. I want 2 150 pieces, to take home. But anyway. So today in the office, I was like, Ivy, which snacks do you want me to bring for you on my way? And she's like, please bring the Lindt chocolate. And then I opened the drawer to check, and now we have M&Ms. And she says it's the like discount ones, or what did you say?
It's the fun size M&Ms, guys.
Anyway,
they replaced,
yeah, times are hard.
Truffles with
oh my god,
fun size M&Ms. But we don't complain. Free is free.
Exactly, free is free. So honestly, I can't even complain. Sometimes when I eat like salmon from the office, I'm like, I can't even afford to buy this for myself.
Don't complain. New York City lunch, you don't, yeah. Wait, New York City lunch.
I don't complain anymore. Before, like, pre the layoffs, like even amongst ourselves, we would talk about how spoiled we were. Like, we would always say, oh my god, mayo is not enough today. Oh my god, the pizza, the cheese tastes somehow. You would hear some people complaining about this stuff. When I first joined, I was like, who are these spoiled brats?
Yeah.
But now I'm one of them. I'm like, they didn't have
I don't
this.
need breakfast. I'm just gonna have this latte or something.
Exactly. I'm like, they didn't have that. Like even today, I was like, this almond, this pistachio biscotti is soft. Why didn't they bring the hard ones? It's like, why they let air enter this one? So I know sometimes I'm also becoming spoiled. But now this layoffs is rearranging all of us. It's all humbling all of us now. So whatever they give us, we're fine. As long as you don't take our jobs, we're good. Oh my god. But yes, there's that about work. And I'm also trying to, I know it's the life of an ambitious woman. What do you feel about ambitious women? Like, I'm also working towards a promotion. Like, before I'm 2 at the company, because like, there's no need. Why wait? Why lounge? Mm-hmm. But for you, like, how would you view your career progression at work right now? Like, what are things you want to achieve at JP Morgan before? I'll say before you're 30, but you are 30. Before 35.
Yikes. While I'm 30.
Okay, while I'm 30.
Okay. So for reference, I'm in a rotational program. So I think my goal while I'm 30 is to figure out where I want to end up as my final placement. The company is great. It's global. There's so many lines of businesses, so many functions, so many opportunities. But it's also a challenge if you think about it like that, right? Because then where do you fit in? Being in a program, it's great because if you don't like your team, it's okay. Because you're going to be in a new team.
One, yeah.
But starting to think about full-time placement, or not full-time placement, but like your final role, you have to think carefully about where I fit in the company. So that's my goal in terms of ambition.
Where do you think you'll fit in? Investment banking?
No, so I mean, my background is in the real estate and architecture field.
No, so. That's true. Ivy draws. Oh my god! And you have a whole business card for your businesses, right?
Oh my goodness!
I remember that.
You're maybe the only one who even saw. You are.
I am. Stop! Don't make me feel special. Stop.
You are special.
Rolling my eyes.
Drop me that.
I remember when you gave me the card. I'm like, wait, Ivy, you have a business?
Oh my!
And you're
that's
like,
how I forget. Speaking of ambition, hype yourself up because like I feel like I'm always pushing forward, but I never take time to just reflect.
You have a whole beamer called Princess.
I forget these things.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes. So now I'm in a real estate group and I'm maybe trying to figure out.
So you draw buildings for them?
Not draw buildings, but we manage like assets the company owns. Let's put it that way.
Look at that. And you also have a 9-to-5.
That is my 9 to 5.
And that's a good segue. I was going to talk about your new business.
Post 9 to 5.
Your entrepreneurship solar business, right?
Yes.
You're making it please tell us about it.
Yes.
And your hunt for students.
Yeah. So the 9 to 5, I mean, it pays the bills and it's also like the career, but I also firmly believe in giving back to, where I'm from. And Africa has so much opportunity, but also needs a lot of work. So I always knew as an immigrant that I can have a job and do whatever I want here. But like my dad always says, you're an African. So like keep that in mind in whatever you're doing. And so as a creative, I remember I love to draw, like you mentioned, and I love to make little things. And so I used to be in this maker space and I was making little things, and that's where I got the idea for my venture. And then when I was finishing up at Cornell, I was able to do an accelerator program to sort of push me forward in the right direction to take the business live.
I see.
And so I'm still pursuing that. I've gotten some funding for some big corporations. I'm doing pitch competitions. I'm looking to grow the team if anyone is interested in helping
grow the
me.
team. Okay, CEO.
Things like that.
Wow. Wait, first of all, when you say and when you say pitch, like you pitched. By the way, is it the MVP of the whole thing? Like what's the profit? How do you make profit from what you're trying to do?
Profit, right. So
what is the business actually?
Right. So my product is a solar charging kit, which you're probably thinking, I know of a solar charger, but in the continent, there's a lot of, you probably know like lamps that have a solar powered lamp, but it's like a low energy lamp and that it can only charge that lamp. So my kit, you can charge any of your devices. You can charge your laptop, your phone, your small refrigerator.
Do you have to take it outside to charge it under the sun?
Yeah, because it's a solar kit. So like the panel has to be charged by the sun. But the idea is like you use it when you're outdoors. If you think of farmers, if you think of people at festivals like DJs and things like that.
Oh my God. I was going to ask you if it works for the market in the US where like we have 4 seasons like on the East Coast.
So here in the US, they have similar products, but they are more higher end for that reason, right? Because in the US, the outdoor community is very serious. So people who like are hiking or into RVs.
Does it come in? I hate that you even said outdoor community.
It's a huge community, but it's very, very high end. Like their products are thousands of dollars. And so to adapt to the African market, I'm trying to find like a low cost product.
Wow, look at
you.
Or
trying to develop a low cost product that can be massed.
Do people hike in Kenya?
People do hike. I mean, we do have Mount Kenya, by the way.
Why are you rolling your eyes?
It's one of the highest peaks in the continent.
Well, before, I'm going to ask you soon, like, what it was like growing up in Kenya. But I also saw one of my favorite creators on Instagram, Tiwite. He was asking who started this trend of people who travel to Kenya. That would be, he said, in his words, he's like, my pidgin isn't so smooth, but let me try. He's like, who start this trend where they go escort lion? Like people follow, like they go and they're behind the lion. What if the lion wakes up today to say, I feel like eating human beings today? They
feed it and then it won't do anything to you.
Oh, so if they're full, they don't eat humans.
I mean,
but carnivores are carnivores. Yeah. That's crazy.
They can also just kill you because they want to kill you.
Oh my God. I was thinking about it. You know how you can castrate an animal so that maybe they don't give birth to kids, but you can't like castrate an animal's appetite. So in my mind, like, what changes them?
You can drug an animal, which sometimes they do drug animals, like unfortunately. But in Kenya, like, we take that industry very seriously. Like our
tourism.
wildlife are just They're part of our country, and so
so it's because of you guys they asked us if they're animals in Africa.
That maybe that is
that's
why.
probably why.
They used to ask me that. Funny enough, when I moved here, they thought like I had pet lions, and I thought that's interesting. Why do they think we have
so disgusting? But yeah.
You know, because even growing up in Kenya, it's not like we don't hang out with animals.
Yeah, but you have to go to the safari to see them, right?
You have to go to the safari, which Kenyans don't go to this. I mean, now they do because of Instagram. Yeah, and it's cool. But back in the day, no one does that. It's kind of...
Yeah, imagine.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's kind of like go to the Statue of Liberty here.
Oh, yeah.
How many New Yorkers have gone to the Statue of Liberty?
I see. I see. Yeah, okay.
No one really went to the safari. You leave that be, and that's for tourists.
But how was it growing up in Kenya for the little time, 12 years you were there?
It was amazing. I think just... Africa is like a community, and I will say that's the biggest contrast with coming here. Here, it's kind of like everyone's on their own mission, the American dream. But in Africa, you move as a unit. Everyone's struggle is your struggle. Everyone's success is your success.
We can actually talk about that.
You don't. Here, you win by yourself. You know, you suffer by yourself.
Exactly.
And so...
Oh my God, it's interesting. And you know when I first met you too, my first impression wasn't you would be very down to earth actually, because like I said, you really did look very bougie. So, but then being roommates with you eventually, and then we started hanging out more often. You would always come to my house. You were always so nice, like willing to always just drive, pick me up, you know. But yeah, in Princess and all that. And I was like, why is she so down to earth? And I also realized how very in touch you were with at home, like with Kenyans, or with just stuff about Africa. Like you did not neglect. You know, there are some Africans who, when they come, they're like, I don't want to have to relate with Africans. Like I shouldn't be only friends with Africans. Where the white people at? You know. But you were not like that, even though you schooled here and you were here. So I found that interesting, and I love you for that. That you're still very much in touch with your African side.
Yeah, I mean, because I think for me, like when we moved here, our culture still remained with us. So I could do whatever I wanted outside of the house, but in my home, we were still very Kenyan. Even going back home, they're always surprised I still speak Swahili.
Oh.
To me, which is, I'm like, why wouldn't I
speak Swahili? What's I love you in Swahili? Is it called in Swahili?
I mean, if you watch The Lion King or anything,
I see.
But yeah, so like back home, they were like, why do you still speak? Because the thing about going home is everyone wants to speak English, but then when you're here, everyone wants to speak Swahili. So
wait, what's the first language in Kenya? Were you colonized by anyone?
The British, yeah.
And your first language is Swahili?
And English, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So everything is in both.
Oh, I see.
Everything is in both.
I would say now, although sometimes I feel ignorant when I say that, my first language is English. It's not Yoruba, like where my people come from. It's right because my parents I didn't grow up speaking that, except my grandma was around, right? Even when I work too, I feel like when people ask me, so what language do you speak at home? I'm like, English. I speak English. That's what I speak. Yeah. You know, as some form of superiority. And I don't know if it's wrong to do that, or if I should actually be educating them, I speak English, but my family speaks Yoruba, you know.
But in Nigeria, English is the national language. It is the
national language, even though I hear they're trying to make it pidgin. but yeah. Anyway, and I also want to talk about how you always roll your eyes at Nigerians. Can we talk about that? I
do.
I expect them to come for you. You do.
You can come, because of course they are. Bring it on.
I know that about you. Even when I won the Jollof Wars and you were like, no, your Nigerian people voted for you or they rigged the election. I'm like, no, Ivy, my rice wasn't that bad. It was a closed voting, or what they call it when you vote
your rice and your food is amazing.
Thank you.
That's not even being biased.
Even though you're vegan. And you don't eat my meat and my fish and my chicken.
Even though Eugene's dish was also amazing.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to you, Eugene, and the Ghanaian jollof. But
my thing I've just noticed with the Nigerians, which is great, and also your biggest flaw, you're very loyal to each other or to your culture.
True.
But it's also like blind loyalty, right?
Oh, my God. I mean...
Right? So what happened at Jollof was they just what this one's Nigerian, that's the winner. They didn't even, before they even ate, like, that's the Nigerian one, that's the winner.
But Ivy, that's why in my mind, I was like, oh, everyone is going to be unbiased. I was assuming that, in America, people are not going to, like, we're going to go for the Nigerian person. That rice, I remember how much I prayed over each item before I put it in the pot. I'm not joking. Because I was like, I want to bring 1,000%. Like, I had meat. I don't think I've ever seen jollof. Okay, of course, there's probably jollof rice. I diced beef up into that jollof rice so that people even feel like, oh my God. So that people know that I actually went extra mile. I put onions. I went to borrow a pot so I could roast it. So I had non-stick pots, but I went to go get a pot from a neighbor. I was like, please, do you have a pot that burns? I don't even know why I didn't. I was probably too broke to order a new pot from Walmart. But anyway, so to me, the win feels like I deserved it, because I worked that hard.
You did?
To do it.
But also Eugene did put a lot of work.
But he came late.
And so I didn't have an issue with the work. My thing was... No, like I'm saying, it was good. Your people are very loyal to each other, which is great.
Okay, it's fine.
But also, like, in terms of a competition, whoever won, like, you deserve the win.
Oh my God. But it's fine. And what else don't you like about Nigerians?
It's not that I don't like. I mean, that's just what I've noticed.
Compared to East Africans.
Yeah, and compared to just Africans in general, Nigerians, you're very loyal to each other.
That's true.
Just loyal to your culture, like, very proud. And maybe it spills over to other West Africans.
Yeah.
Because in the East, you'll never hear a Kenyan we're not loud and proud like that.
You say that with so snobbishly, but it's fine. It's like...
Maybe, and that even ties into it. We're maybe a little... I guess we could seem snobbish, but we're just more reserved, I would say, in the East, whereas in the West, you're more proud.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I don't know why it's like that contrast.
I remember you used to tell me too how East African women aren't raised to be as domestic as West African women. There's some things I would do when we're at home and you're like, wait, why are you doing this? Why are you cooking? Why are you doing this? And I'm like... Wait, we're all raised like this. What do you mean by that? Not that you don't cook, but you also talked about East African women being very strong. Would you say Kenya is there's a matriarchy in the East, East Africa?
I think, like West Africa, you definitely, and I don't know, maybe it's like your culture, like it's, again, maybe you feel like very loyal to that ideology, but with us in the East, we are, not to say in a bad way, but just more like modern. So it's you won't.
Oh my God, you've come again, rolling my eyes.
I mean,
more than
we just don't do stuff like
Yes, okay. Look down on all of us.
When people come home, like you would. Cook. You would act a certain way where I'm like, we're all on the same level. We're all on the same playing field.
Oh, yeah.
You're not below me and I'm not above you.
Yeah, I agree.
And that, I love that. That's also maybe my personality too, not to take away to other Kenyans who are domesticated, which I don't really know, but if you're out there. But I think that is the contrast, right?
Yeah.
We just... Yeah, we're not like that.
Very
we don't
subservient. Yeah.
Even how you talk to adults, like you're very that's you try to make yourself small, like how
that's
you talk, your head is down and things like that. It's not that we're not respectful, but we're not to the level you
remember
guys
when I met
are.
your parents at the airport, I was like, should I bend my knee or
know,
not?
I was like,
I was like,
this is my
but your dad shook me. I was like, do I bend? Because also, even now, I'm trying to let go of some of this. Honestly, no offense to Yoruba people. Okay, let me change my word. I was going to say, I'm just trying to let go of some of these Yoruba traditions, where such pious, such performative acting,
Performative is
I'm
like there's no...
I'm like, it's too much. And I wrote an article once where I said, and I got this from Chimamanda's, because she said, even the modesty itself was immodest because it announced itself, because it's like you're always trying to... And like, this is too much. And that's why I feel like working in America has helped. I've been able to thrive here because I actually I actually have, what's the word? I despise the culture so much. Like, I'm fine with being on a first name basis. Like, I'm fine with even talking to my bosses at work, you know, as equals. Even though my manager too encourages that. Like, don't, just because someone is a higher level, you feel like, well, I shouldn't be able to air my views.
You shouldn't even speak to them.
Exactly.
Because that happened to me at Cornell, where I was trying to put together an event, and this professor, who, by the way, wasn't even a professor at the school, but a professor at Cornell referred me to him to help me for an event I was putting together. And so I reached out to him like I reach out to everyone else. And once we showed up to the meeting, he was Nigerian, no shade. But he just starts by lecturing me. How dare you, like, reach out to me in this way? I'm a professor.
My God.
You have to talk to my assistant.
What was this? Okay, let's not say his name. But I'm guessing he's Yoruba too.
Like, what? And I'm like, the person who referred me to you is like a dean at an Ivy League school. Yeah. And I'm on a first name basis with that person. Yeah. You, who I can't even name the school you're teaching at, want me to reach out to your assistant and have a conversation, then reserve a meeting with you. I was like, I'm bigger than you and your assistant joined together. And then he's like, if you want me to speak at your event, I'll do it, but you need to, like, know how to approach me. And I was like, actually, I didn't want you to speak at my event. I wanted you to, like, set up this meeting. Because that's what the dean told me to do. I talked to him to set up this meeting. Yeah. Interesting. But that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That sounds very familiar. Oh my God. It's very African. Even like, it's not even Nigeria, even in Kenya, like you have an office, you are closed superior, door. You know, you wear a suit. Whereas here, our CEO, first name basis. As, you know, the person, like, that whole culture doesn't exist. And I actually like it. And the truth is that now I really say, when people say respect is actually earned and reciprocated, because even as I'm on a first name basis, like, it's still your human rights to be respected. Like, I find that even people who are still my superiors at work, I respect them whether or not, you know, I have that first name, or whether or not I say Mr. before I call them, or Sir, you know, it's just there. And I'm like, why can't it be like that? Because now, and I feel like my tribe is also one of the most disrespectful tribes in Nigeria. Like, with all the way they've trained us to be respectful, it's like once you're not looking, if you turn your eye, it's like we drop the respect and become the most nasty people in Nigeria. So it's all fake to me. It's the same thing with us. But it's like, it's performative, to your point. Yeah. I mean, not all of it, but some of it, you know? Yeah. So, yeah. Behind closed doors, everyone is, even, especially as a woman, it affects us more. Because we have more performing to do. Exactly. On a normal day, right? And if you don't do it, you're labeled to be a modern woman. Exactly. Like, even look at what we're watching, like cute bitchy, not bitchy bitchy. Yeah. It's like, you know, like they want, they want you to be in a box. Even at work these days, I'm like, okay, everybody now already knows me as this happy-go-lucky, nice Nigerian African black woman on our team. But at the same time, I'm also trying not to be the difficult woman. Like, even with work, like when things come to work, and I think we talked about this before, last year, before I went home. I was telling you that I didn't want to also be this person I also didn't want to be this person that people don't want to work with, to be the difficult person on the team, because I'm also trying to set the record straight, you know, because I'm also trying to say, I don't want anyone to disrespect me. So it's always a hard line as a woman. It's like, you don't want to be the angry black woman, but at the same time, you also don't want to be the stupid woman. So I'm like... Unfortunately, I'll say that's my advice, is like, as a woman and as a black woman, I learned you do have to play a part. Like, you have to be careful with your image, you know, and be careful in how you react and how you approach situations, because everything you do, you'll be defined a certain way, you know. Me being reserved, I'm naturally like now abrasive or bitchy, you know. Or me being loud, then I'm aggressive or something. There's a word for you, like, and how we look. People already have a perception, so unfortunately, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but you do need to be aware. Someone told me to always keep it neutral. keep it neutral because they're just looking for a reason to label you X or Y, you know?
Yeah.
And so don't give them a reason. Don't let
I hope it's not too late because now it's been 1 year. Even though I don't know where the 1 year flew to. I'll be 1 year. I go May 31st. Yeah. I'm so happy. I'm like, what do I do? Do I go get dinner? But with who? Because even work friends feel fake. And I've talked about this on this episode. Like, do you feel like you make friends?
You have to be fake. For sure, you have to be fake.
I
hope my people don't hear this. I think you do. It's because I was talking to our other friend about that. And it's like, you'll notice that women, especially Black women, we struggle with fitting with the work culture.
Why? Why do you think so?
It's like, it's somehow, not somehow, but people we don't blend in, you know, in terms of making friends, in terms of just, you know, like the fit, you're the people that are ignored now, and there isn't no one can say for sure, like, that's the reason, but you'll notice that, like, the Black girl's not talked to or this, you know, like, so I was talking to our male friend about that, and he mentioned he went to happy hour, and this girl was like, you're the first person who's talked to me or even invited me. And I was like, I mean, I can relate that. It's very easy for us to be like that. Not to say that all people are like that.
Yeah, all companies are like that.
All companies or all teams are like that. But you do need to put yourself out there more.
Yeah.
But don't feel the pressure to always do it, you know, because we can only take so much. But that's what I'm saying. Being a Black woman isn't simple.
That's true. Even especially with hair. Like, you know, before I used to like when people say, oh, new hair today. I'm like, oh, they noticed, right? But I have a friend who is like, no, like, they shouldn't make comments about it. Like, what's the big deal? But, you know, I don't really care. It's not that much. But on my team, I would say that most times people want to hear what I have to say. I don't know if it's them, like, being on purpose, being, what's the word, intentional about not leaving me out. Yeah. Or if it's like they actually want to hear what I want to say. But I still respect my skip manager for that. But either way, you know, like I said, now they say it's not about what your race does to you, it's about what it can do for you. So I'm still happy to be Black either way. I still feel like it's good to be Black and female now.
But also recognize your allies. Like you're saying, people who want you to speak up and want to hear from you
that's true.
They mean well. Because sometimes it does feel like, at least personally, I feel like in my career journey here, there are times where I just felt like I was unseen, you know, like I wasn't important or valued.
Wow.
Right. So whenever I find someone who's taking an interest, I will lean in.
Yeah.
Because naturally, after a while, when you're ignored, you naturally want to be left alone.
Oh my God, that's deep.
So now,
I mean, I haven't experienced that yet, but I will watch out.
So definitely,
and I will lean into my ally.
Yeah, people
my
want
ally.
to go somewhere like. You can do it for a few moments. I mean,
I remember when you used to tell me that I should always say yes to the happy hours, and I'm always like, I want to go home, and you're like, I have to play it, I have to act the part, fake it till I make it. You've given me that advice before.
Fake. Like you'll meet people sometimes, like you just said, you're taking 2 days off. You'll meet people who maybe someone might be like, I just need a drink, and you go.
Yeah. Those days are behind. When I first joined, I was always like, I feel like that cool aid now. I'm done drinking it. It's like now I'm like, oh, I'm able to tell someone, oh, I'm sorry, I won't be able to meet you. Even today, I was supposed to have dinner with some other people. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to meet up with another friend. Like now, I'm able to say no. But when I first joined,
important too,
exactly. When I first joined, I was like, okay, I have to meet everybody. People need to know me. I need to be out there. Mana, I'm tired, Ivy.
Yeah,
Black girl is tired.
For sure.
But anyway, we'll get back to it hopefully soon. Hopefully after all this pressure is gone. Let's come back to New York. Come back to New York and the subway. I'd like to talk about the subways.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How do you feel living in New York? I know you're a city girl, I guess. I don't know.
I love my view and that's about, when I look outside, I'm like, I love New York. Outside my window, is.
Me too. Maybe it was your view that inspired my view, actually. You know, I'm overlooking the Harlem River, the lonely Harlem River, but I still like it.
But from here looking at the building, the lights, you know, it looks great.
Yeah.
But I don't like the filth.
Yeah.
I hate being outside
This
in the
place is
filth.
filthy. Oh my God.
The air is filthy. I'm
Pet
breaking
smell.
out.
Oh
I'm
my
sweating.
Yeah.
There's shady people all
There's
over.
poop. This morning there was poop on the floor. You know, I've been in so much contact with poop in this city that I'm so sorry, guys. Like, there was a day I smelled it, tears came to my eyes because I was like, I was already stressed, probably coming back around to 9, like almost 9 p.m. And I almost stepped on it. That was my biggest worry. I'm like, God, I can't wash these shoes. Oh my God, oh my God, I'm going to wear this into my house right now. Like, everything, it just gives me so much anxiety being outside. And that's why now I stopped taking the 456 train. Now I take the bus to the ACE. Now my commute is an extra 20 minutes.
You need extra shoes in your closet at work for that reason.
What do you mean?
If you step on poop or something, because this is the city, and you just said 9 p.m. and all I can think of is rats.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't want to see. Okay, no, that's a lie. I see them up there,
and the trash. It's just like it gets filthy
and the
sometimes.
Pets.
And the pets.
Oh
and
my God.
And the smokers and the
I remember when I first the drunk and the homeless people.
The noise.
Oh my God. And
sometimes you just feel like I hate living. That's my con with the city is like sometimes it feels like you live in filth.
Oh my God! Tell me about
paying a premium.
Exactly exactly. Even like on the train, people who come in, like there's some mornings where I'm even barely holding up to go to work, and then someone comes in with a boom, like trying to play speakers.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, would I be stupid if I stand up and ask this person, please leave? Like, I'm like, why can't all these people stand up and tell this person to get out of our train car? Like, this is so disrespectful.
Because people here are also crazy. You don't know who's gonna do what.
Exactly, or bring out a knife, right? Do you know, when I came back from the subway, and my mind, I felt like the Holy Spirit actually telling me not to take that subway, but I was like, God, I can't take the other crazy subway. I came out and I saw someone with a screwdriver. I don't know if he had stabbed someone, but it was red at the tip. Ivy, I was so scared. I was like, if you start walking briskly, they also respond to fear. Like, if they see you're afraid, it's like they want to threaten you more. So I had to like keep my calm.
Have your AirPods in and just I just walk. I can't hear you. I can't see you. God. I'm going somewhere. I walk so fast nowadays. Yeah. It's so crazy.
Yeah, no. All of you walk fast in New York. Even till now, I've not gotten used to it. I'll be walking with people. I'm like, wait, sorry. Yeah. Are we rushing somewhere? Are we trying to meet an appointment? Can we walk slower?
So people know, like, you are not. I'm not. I don't see you. I'm not engaging. Yeah. Because to your New York thing too. When like the crazies, they can identify the ones who will respond to fear.
That's true. They can.
So, but those are cons. The city is also great.
Man.
If you want to do anything, like you can do it in New York. Like there's communities for everything. Single person.
Oh my God.
Anything you want to do, you can
watching.
Find it here.
Crocheting. You're right. Everything. Even at my company, there's a community for everything. People that love nonsensical things. Everything and anything.
People here look weird for that reason. You can just be yourself. And like every time I'm outside, I'm reminded of that. Like
I had a friend who came from Texas who said that he's seen more gay people in 1 week than he's seen in his 3 years of living in Houston.
And that's like the beauty of New York. Anyone can fit here. And me as an entrepreneur, especially, like there's like communities and stuff for that. So you do have access to anything. There's a lot of money moving around here. It's just you can do great things here.
I agree. Two more cons. So on Sunday, I went out with a friend, and coming back on the train, like someone approached me and she was like, I love your hair. You look like an angel, like a goddess, okay. Now in this world, it's like, is she making passes at me? She could be gay, or is she like, why is she telling me this? I wasn't sure. And then we entered the same car, and then she was like, excuse me, please, but you still, wow, I can't believe your hair. So I was like, well, so beautiful. You look so pretty. I was like, oh God, what is all this? So I kept listening out of politeness. I was like, do I just turn away? And then she started telling me, I'm so happy I saw you today. You just made my day. I'm a single lady living in the shelter. She's like, can I share my story, please? Is that fine? And I nodded because I was like, we're already in it. And then she was just telling me about how she got kicked out and this, how if you won't believe me if I told you that I haven't eaten for 4 days. I'm like,
how
okay.
much did she want? Yeah, I was
like, but she didn't look like she needed money too. And even
but
if
that's how people get you. Like, you
exactly,
can't listen to
I was like, this could be a Tinder swindler moment right now. But then I didn't even have cash to give her, so I had to tell her when we got to next.
Did she say I have Venmo? Because they tell you that.
Oh my god! So I didn't even let it get there. Immediately we got to 42nd Street. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, well, She now told me that she goes to church, and I'm like, I'm happy you're in church. That's the first step to getting better. And then I'm like, I have to drop now. But immediately I came out, I walked 2 steps and entered the next train cab because I'm like, I feel like she's going to ask me for money, and then I'm going to say I don't have cash. But that would be crazy if she actually asked me for Venmo. I'll be like, the internet doesn't work on the train.
These days are crazy. People will tell you.
She definitely looked crazy.
They'll be like, oh, you don't have cash, I have Venmo or Cash App.
That's corporate begging.
You know?
And she really didn't look like she needed money, I swear.
Oh, I don't want that kind of snack. Do you have this one? Or can you take me to the Starbucks? I'm like, do you want food? Or
I can't even food, exactly. That's funny.
Streets are crazy.
They are. And then I met someone else yesterday on my way to the gym. Have I told you that I started gymming?
No.
Finally. But I'm paying for it. I paid for a trainer. I know, Ivy. I was like, I have to do this for myself.
Wow.
I have to meet my 2023 body goals.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And after living with you for 2 years, even though I never visited the gym, when you would go every day, and I'd be like, Ivy, where are you going? I'm going to the gym. Every morning you told me the same thing, but I never could find my motivation until this year. Wish me luck.
It's a lifestyle. I hope you
exactly.
don't think it's like a...
That's the thing. I told the lady I'm also trying to build the habit of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm also not looking to...
That's what you should focus on. Yeah. A routine that you can manage.
Yeah, building my core. She told us that we shouldn't really focus on weight loss. We should focus on building your core and building a routine. I'm like, that works for me. So I'm happy. I'm trying. I really couldn't do it on my own.
Workout though, like you have to work on endurance, and that's what like cardio is.
Yeah, I mean we do cardio on some days. I mean I've only done it for what now? 4 weeks, and it's just twice a week. And most days I push it or I postpone, but I have to get my ass up out of the bed now because I know I paid for it. So I know, Ivy. I'm trying to get my life together. I'm like, I have to do something about it because the sedentary lifestyle too makes me like, even though I might tell myself, but I'm not even eating that much, but just because there's just this sedentary lifestyle, like if you're not up and doing all the time, like you just find your weight begins growing. So I'm like, okay, I'll try to take steps.
You asked me about 30 and adulting earlier, and I will say that is another advice is being an adult, it's about being comfortable in routines and just knowing things. There are things you have to do every day, every week, every other day. Figure that out, you know?
Oh my God.
Figure that out. The earlier you do, the better you'll be.
Yeah, I'm beginning to understand myself too. Like when people tell me, can we go out to dinner? If I had before, I remember when I first moved to the city, I would say yes to everything. Nope. Now I'm like, no, I know I'm going to be done at work at 7. I need to be home by 9. I need to go to bed at 11 for me to be able to wake up. I have an early start tomorrow.
This is my third lunch.
Exactly.
Week. I shouldn't be eating.
Exactly. I've started saying no to brunches because before every Sunday there was a brunch. I'm like, you guys, $50 times 4 times how many months? I can't keep doing. I can't. No, it's not sustainable.
Nope. Even adults need to have routines.
Exactly.
And
I agree.
is organized.
I feel like I'm getting there. Even these days, I'm like, oh, I'll check my calendar. And it's not because I say it to sound fancy, but truly now everything is on my calendar. I feel like if it's not there, I can't come for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll forget and then don't blame me because it wasn't serious.
Yeah, before I was like, in Ithaca is like 1 outing a month. I could remember that. But now it's like too many in 1 week.
That's a pro and a con of the city.
Yes, I agree.
Because when you're not here, like you have to drive and go find
do you know
people.
From now to June, so I have brunch 21st. I think we even have dinner that day. And I said yes to the dinner with Lana and, the rest of us because I'm already outside. So I guess I can still be outside for one more dinner, Like all the Sundays, I already know what I'm doing for the next 4 Sundays. Either, adulthood rants. It's a lot. And I'm guessing it doesn't get any easier from here.
That's why it's good you're taking time for yourself, because like all that might sound great for people who are like, oh, I want things to do, but in the city, a lot of things and people are also superficial.
Yeah.
So it will take a while to find things that are truly meaningful.
That's true. You're right. People are superficial.
Yeah, a lot of these branches, after a while, you start saying no because you're like, why am I even here?
Exactly. Even me too. Before I was like, oh, I shouldn't say no to making friends. But now I'm like, when I've had that conversation, I'm like, I don't think I want to be friends with this person.
I don't want to be friends with you.
I'm like, I'm like, oh no, I don't need a second branch. Even when people are like, you know how after every branch, people are like, let's do this again. I'm like, no, let's not. Don't say that.
Oh, you're like, that sounds great.
Great. Exactly. I know. And they're like, let's plan to do this some other time. It's always so funny thing because I'm always like rolling my head at the back of my eyes. Like,
it's easy for me because I'm an introvert, so naturally I'm just thinking this was cute, but I need to go back into my box.
Oh my god. But we should start rounding up anyway. But I was going to tell you a funny story. A guy approached me. I had seen him when I came out of the subway yesterday on my way to the gym, as I was saying. And I had our eyes met, but I was like, oh, cutie. And I walked past. And do you know that I was on my phone? I think I was probably responding to someone on Nigerian time zone. And then I didn't know he was following me behind until I got to the stop sign, where pedestrians have to wait before they cross. And then I turned and I saw him and he was like, you've been really busy on your phone. I've been trying to get your attention. You know, so many creepy people in this city, honestly. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. What did you want something? And then he proceeds to say, I can't see a beautiful woman and not come back or something. At first it was cute because I would also say like in this recent culture and day where this is for my fat girls, for my thick ladies. In this culture and day where like everyone is gymming, everyone is losing weight, everyone is trying to be slim and fit. I'm like, oh, I don't think I get that a lot. There's sometimes I see some guys and I'm like, I don't think they would be attracted to me. I'm on the bigger side, so it's always at the back of my head as being a plus size girl so at first it was cute when he said that. I'm like, oh, you saw me, you see me in my denim or my big jacket, okay. And then he proceeded to ask me for my number. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, no, that's weird. Like, don't you think it's weird? And I was like, God, can this sign change so I could walk across? Anyway, he walked me to the gym. I'm not joking. And me too, I didn't even know why I was talking to him. I was like, this is a complete stranger on the road. But I'm like, well, it's New York. All of us are crazy. And I actually gave him my number at the end. Like that.
I'm telling you, I don't talk to no one.
But now I haven't responded to text because I was like, okay, I don't even have the strength to be disrespectful. We're already here. Let me just do it. I can always block him after.
Well, he could be a good guy if he wasn't asking you for money or...
No, he wasn't.
For you to buy him some food.
No, ew.
I personally
he looked like a responsible guy. Like, everything checked, So that's why I was like, wait, this guy actually walked back. Like, I saw you a couple of minutes ago. Yeah. I was like, oh wow.
I mean, that could be cute.
But then he was nasty at the end. He was like, well, I hope you don't hurt anyone at the gym. I was like, ew.
What do you mean?
He's like, when you change into your gym clothes. I don't know. It was just disgusting. I was like,
you don't hurt anyone?
Yeah.
While working out or?
No, like if guys are in the gym and they see you. Why am I explaining this to you? I know, I was like, ew, that's such a bad first impression. Ew, don't talk to me like that. So yeah, blocked. Anyway, but yeah, that was another funny story. But yeah, that's a good segue into dating. I'm going to put you on the hot spot, Ivy.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah. I finally joined Hinge, and you were one of who helped me set up that profile. And you were like, you were going on and on about how you would also join Hinge. Why have you? I mean, I now have deleted my profile, but I didn't delete my profile. I logged out. I deleted the app.
Yeah,
because I'm done. But for you, why did you not even? You know how I always tell you deserve a good man, Ivy. So when are we going to jump on that?
I think maybe God needs to send him to my Amazon box or something, but I'm not.
Why? You're going to wake up at 40 and realize I'm one of those ladies that now lives alone.
It doesn't bother me. That's the thing that people tell you, like that is some big
I don't believe when people say it doesn't bother them too.
It doesn't.
No. Maybe it doesn't, but like 80%. But you can't say it doesn't bother you 100%.
Yeah, nothing 100% is like, yeah, that's too strong to say. But I would just say It's not my priority right now. And that's the honest truth. If it was, I would make it a priority. But on the list of things I have to do,
truly, I feel in the same headspace with you a lot of times. It's like I'm just trying to stay on top of my career. I know.
It's just not.
No, you're right. It will be nice. But when it becomes a priority, what if it's too late?
There's no such thing as too late. It's just that you also have to understand, as a woman, our journey with men, it's different in terms of dating. The older you get for men, the more attractive they are.
That's true.
For women,
that's
the older
so true.
you get, the less attractive or whatever you are.
In air quotes, yeah.
And also, it's just, with women, like I said before, it's this requirement. The world wants to put us in a box, and I'm still trying to figure out what kind of woman I am, just coming from a different culture, being in this culture, and finding someone who like understands that and how we'll work together. I also need to adapt to him. You know, there's so much, it's complex, and how do you identify that on a dating app, you know? Like, how do you just put that on it's too complex, so I don't know how to translate that on a dating
But you know, the algorithms try to kind of paint a close to perfect picture of who you are. I mean, well, I know you say it's a lie. Look at you already eyeing me. Because you can curate it the way you want to,
for
right?
sure. Like I said, also, like, I don't think I know what am I looking for to be. Like I said, it's just not.
So what's
my
your
priority.
type? You're always asking, what's your type? What's your type?
What is my type? I do want someone mature. That's a big thing. Someone mature and understands just like the role of a man and a partner, you know.
So do you believe in gender roles? At home or not at home?
Not gender roles, but partner roles. In every relationship, you have a responsibility, whether it's a friendship or, you know, platonic or romantic relationship or familial. Like, there's roles and responsibilities.
Agreed.
And so I just need someone who understands that and understands who I am. Because I'm kind of the person who's like spiritual, and I feel like I was put on earth for a purpose.
Word.
I just don't know if that purpose is necessarily like a man. I'm not that traditional woman
Pauline.
who's like, I'm here to serve my king.
Well, that's a shade to West African women, but okay.
No, it's not. Not to say that I don't want a partner, but like, you're not my world. I have things to do, and I'm sure you have things to do.
True, but when you guys come together, you become one.
We become one, but you got things to do, and I have things to do.
Do you want kids? Have you talked about this before?
Of course, yeah, I want kids.
You do?
Yeah. I'm one of 6, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I've always wanted kids, but honestly, the older I get, the more I'm like...
I know. It's like, yeah. Do you know on my Hinge profile, I actually put I'm open to kids. I didn't put like want kids.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. I feel like coming here to beginning to question a lot of things.
I'm questioning. That's what I'm saying.
Like, do I really want them? Like, because I know what it took me. I took care of my 2 younger sisters.
I know what
I'm
it
like, I
means
have the
now.
experience. It's fine. Like, why do people have kids again? Isn't it just so they have your name or like for companionship? But I'm like, that was back in the day too. People had it because it was necessary. But now, if I have my husband, do I really want kids? And if I have my career, do I really want kids?
They were just following what they thought they were supposed to do. Get married, have kids.
True,
you know?
True. I know. If my mom heard me say this, oh my God, she would twist my mouth. Like, I've been really thinking to myself, like, do I want it because people expect me to have it, or do I really want it? Like, am I one of those people that are excited?
No, I definitely wanted it. It's just, for me now, I firmly believe in the family unit. And if I have kids, I want that family, you know?
True.
But I do recognize like divorces and broken homes and just people are messy these days.
True.
And I don't believe
like every high school kid I talk to, they live with like one person is in their mom or their dad, because I volunteer for a lot of these things I work to. And I'm like, wow, this is normal in America for people to come from broken homes.
But let's not, our Africans are also shady. It's just we hide everything and we hope for the best.
That's true. You're right. They always made it look like it was only bad people that had sex. Yeah. Like when I found out that all of us, even in the church, me, I'm not with them, but like I found that people who were like me, they made it only look like it was women on the streets that had babies out of wedlock.
Africans are worse because they hide all these things, and then it's like we're perfect.
I know the hypocrisy.
It's like the filth is in the street. It's everywhere, out in the open,
from top to bottom. I've heard about churches like even adultery. Not becoming more common. But like, it's not surprising to hear, oh, the pastor cheated and he had to step down.
Well, those things, it always happened. And that's what I'm saying. It's, I do want children, but seeing how like the transition moving here and what it took to raise me and my siblings, what it's taking to raise my nephews and nieces.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand more than when you're younger, you just dream.
Yeah,
now it's like
exactly.
Now,
I know. I used to dream how I want my daughter to be named after my mom. You know, I mean, I'm still open to it. Yeah. It still feels nice. But I want to be stinkily rich. You know, when they
now
say,
you're like, my career, like what's going to do with my job, my lifestyle.
Exactly.
Do I want that?
But what if we're also attaching so much purpose to our career? Adulthood is so much. Oh my goodness. It's like, which am I trying to focus on? Is it making heaven? Is it trying to like be successful or trying to make money? Or like, where exactly should I be focused on? Or is it trying to get a guy? Because like I hear people say like we do all these things to advance, but no one invests as much time into finding the right partner or being the right partner.
It's not that easy, and I think relationships also take a lot more sacrifice than I understood when I was younger, and so I do want that, but I think the older you are, the more careful you are about.
That's true. I guess,
and that's when you're younger, you just dream and you do
exactly, and then options become less because you're more careful. Sometimes I just sit and I think about these things. I'm like, okay, the worst comes to worst, I have to be ready to be single for the rest of my life if that's the last option. Well, I get my mind to that point?
That's it. I think it's just more so you have to open your horizons, right?
That's what you said. I remember when you were like, so now are you open to different races too?
I can't say that because it's honestly, dating is just not my priority right now. Like I'm kind of
You're serious. You're actually serious.
I'm very stressed. I said my job is cool, but like this venture thing is stressing me out, you know.
Then drop it.
That's my passion. It's not even an option. It's exciting. It's like what I'm trying to do is a big deal, and sometimes in life you have to make little sacrifices. It's not like a lifetime thing. I'm just saying.
And this is not a little sacrifice. Be corrected.
It is. It's like
it's not.
It's taking a lot of my energy, and never have I thought, let me stop working. No,
I think you need to employ people.
I do. So I've reached that point where I'm just. I have to expand. I have to like give the baby to someone else to hold for a little bit.
Wow, look at you. I'm so inspired.
Great. So maybe God plop him
into your Amazon delivery.
Yeah.
I will be praying for you. We will talk to your angels.
Drop him right there and let the concierge know too.
Yeah, I like talking to my older friends about this because I'm like, I'm approaching you guys' age swiftly.
But you have so many things to like see, you know.
You say that. I only have 3 years.
So much.
Stop it. I hate when you always say you're so young. Please, sis. I'm just 3 years younger than you.
It's not even an age thing. It's a more exposure thing. Like you just came to this country.
That's true. There's so much more.
You just got your, first job. Big girl job. Like you have so many. There's so much to see.
And that's the thing. I don't want to see them through my own eyes. I want to see it through someone else's eyes, so that I don't have to suffer.
So that's the other thing. It's not for. What quote did I hear today? you can either be safe or be
sorry
or successful. I think something like that.
Oh, yeah, true. People who play safe.
You can either be safe or be successful.
That's one thing I see. That's one thing I see with all the. So I also love to watch like all these talk shows of all these successful people. All the things I see, some of them are really extraordinary, like Steve Jobs. Some of them are true geniuses, but there's some other people who just refuse to play safe. Like they just wanted to work hard.
The part of working,
they just put in more hours than the other average person, and they became extraordinary. So, I agree. There is, as much as I know, religious people say don't have ambition, have a vision, don't lose. But I think I've come to a stage in my life where I can admit it that I'm ambitious and it's not bad. I've had people tell me, I know you're ambitious now. I'm like, wait, did you just say that to spite me? Yes, I am ambitious. Do you have a problem with that? Can you not handle it?
There's also nothing wrong with being safe. I think my issue is
true, there's nothing wrong with being safe too. That's true.
They just don't know.
That's true.
They're constantly judging the other side.
That's
just
true.
Know who you
the same
are.
way I feel like introverts judge extroverts. I'm like, guys, we make the world go round. But
we do judge y'all because
I know you guys judge us. What?
You judge us a lot.
Like, even before, I remember when I was trying to start saying I'm an ambivert, that trash. Because, if people who are introverts try to make you look like you were cooler or smarter to be the quiet one, I'm like, no, that's trash.
When have we ever
That's trash. Even
that?
then, I was like, oh, no, you do that. You all know you do that. Even when ambiverts are like, okay, I was like, oh, I'm a mix. So then I'm like, no, when I'm an introvert, it's because I'm sad. And when I'm sad, I almost feel like killing myself. I'm like, no, I'm not. I am not. I am very much my father's daughter, and even though in some spaces you might not be as loud or as boisterous, but like when you're with your people, I should be allowed to own this personality of mine, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, you're also right. There's nothing wrong with being safe too, because you can find success in your safety, and if you're okay with that, that's fine.
That's what I learned too, and it's part of, I guess, being the adulting theme is being an introvert. You're constantly forced to, speak up more, come out of your shell. It's like, no, I don't want to. Like, people like knowing so much, and I'm just like, but you don't need to know. And I'm owning that more. Like, you can ask me a question and I'll give you that vague answer, but with confidence. Before I give you a vague answer and be like,
what else can I say? What do you mean, like asking invasive questions or?
Yeah.
I know you also hate the thing where MBAs always ask like, so what do you do? Where do you live?
When you don't care, and it's like,
that's true.
You don't care, like stuff.
Okay, that's true. Okay, I always care when I ask this question. Yeah. I mean, to a good extent.
A lot of people especially in the MBA world, it's like the small talk.
Yeah, disgusting.
And I think it's like, I was just like pretty straightforward with, you don't care about me, I don't care about you.
I remember one of my first one-on-ones with my manager, and like we would always, like before we get into what I'm doing this week or what I did last week, we'll talk about the weather, what you did this weekend. Oh, it was a great weather. I'm like, oh yeah, I think so. I stayed in. Like, we'll just have so much small talk around the weather. The next week I had to tell him that I'm not sure I enjoy the small talk about the weather. Like, I feel like I should save that for people I don't know, but since I know you, I want to be able to tell you that I hated my weekend. I want to be able to tell you that I judged people that were running. I did. Oh, and that's because I don't know if this is too much information, but you know how they say Dutch people are very direct too. My manager is Dutch, and he's also he gives me the vibe of I don't like. He also gives me the vibe of I'm very straightforward. So, and I return the favor and I respect it because that's how it should be. With Americans, you have to like walk on eggshells. You really never know. They are trying so hard not to tell you things directly to your face. And I'm like, just tell me. As long as you're not trying to fire me, I'm fine. Just if I shit the bed, tell me I shit the bed. And I'll say sorry and we'll walk, we'll walk around it. Than me being clueless.
That's impressive, yeah.
So I try. I'm also very... That's another part of me I had to own, because I found that when I first joined, I was always acting like the intern. Like, oh, tell me, my lord, what should I do? I don't want to break anything. The Google system. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I can learn from you. But then now that I've been here a year and people ask me certain things, like I told you, I always have receipts. And I find how much I know, how much I've learned and owned my role now. I'm like, no, if you have to talk to me, you have to also bring your receipts. Like now sometimes I'm so fierce at work, but it might also be because I've started snapping at people these days. I'm like always so tired, but yeah, I'm now also very cutthroat.
Know yourself.
I am owning that about myself.
Own and know yourself.
Before I had to cower, I had this learned behavior of, I don't want to be this bossy, bitchy, angry black woman. But, I was like, you know what? It's okay to be that, but just be with politeness and respectful. Because other people are out here being nasty and nobody's even checking them. And what am I doing? I'm just trying to set you straight.
But also know when you also need work,
That's true.
So we can't say that.
That's true.
On yourself, but also
that's true. Me too. Exactly. I hate when people always say that to be yourself, bring yourself to work. No. And then if everybody's bringing themselves,
we're gonna have chaos.
Exactly.
So know that you can also be problematic and how to check yourself.
That's very true. That's true.
You're an adult.
And that's why I did realize it. There was a mail I had to even send to someone that please tell me objectively, was I out of line here, and they said, okay, you could have done it. So I always try to ask for feedback too from trusted people, so I'm aware. I guess it's part of admitting things to yourself as an adult. Okay. That brings us, I think, to the end, I guess, of this episode. I think we've talked about everything. Okay, one last thing for the culture. What do you miss about Ithaca the most? It's about a year since we graduated. Ivy, I know you went to Spain. Was it Spain or France? Where did you went to France? Ola went to Spain.
What did I miss? I miss my people. That's what I missed.
Yeah.
I miss us all being close to each other, now that we're all doing our own thing.
I mean, 5 of us made it to the city. So
amen to that.
That's fine. One person is in Minnesota.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
I had to think about
that, exactly. And now we're having a niece or a nephew, I guess, soon. I know. Ivy, the boys are taking this relationship by the neck, and we're just here by the horn.
It's a man's world.
I know. They're out here having babies with their women, and Ivy, we're here. We're just here. You're trying to build solar panels. And I'm here trying to fight everybody at work. Oh my gosh.
It's different for me. That's what I'm saying. It's if it was the same for women, we'd be different. I don't know, but it's not.
Like I said, I've already prepared my mind. The worst comes to worst, I will be like Paul and I will serve Jesus as a single lady for the rest of my life.
I mean, don't say that, but I think, but I will say this: if that is your priority, you have to put an effort into it too. So,
I know that's what they say, and that's why people I have friends, and I'm supposed to be learning from you. I have friends who teach me how to game the dating system. But it's not gaming. It's not working. That's too much interaction, too much trying and failing.
You do have to put an effort. That's the fact. If you want that, you have to put an effort in. That's what I'm saying. I'm not putting effort because it's not a priority right now.
That's the thing. Even admitting that I want it to, I need to get to that stage. Even do I want it or do I not want it?
Yeah, and then commit or don't commit to putting that work.
Exactly.
But don't play around.
Because I think that's part of why my last relationship didn't work out. So I was also half in, half out of it.
And dating apps can be depressing, so that's why you have to know that.
I know. The people that match with me, I'm like, God, what about me makes this person think they can get me? Which one of my pictures did this person see that makes them think we can be together? In what world? But that's the world of dating apps. Yeah, that world. Oh my God, but yes. Anyway, it's all good. I'm going to... and for me, what do I miss about Ithaca? I would say the people too. Although I would say I suffered mild depression in Ithaca. I remember those days where I would be in the room and I would always tell you I don't feel like going anywhere. Or you would have parties in the house that start at 9. I'm like, Ivy, why do parties are supposed to start at 7 p.m. and round up by 11? Or when I would come down in my pajamas just because I didn't care about people who were downstairs. I started
acting like you're antisocial.
Yes.
You're such an extrovert.
Exactly, because I feel like I was going through it. I've now that I look back, I think I was like, maybe I was actually depressed. I think
it was a culture shock. It was starting to sink in.
Maybe, I don't know. Eventually I took most of my classes on my bed. I just became, not a recluse, of course, but I became very antisocial.
And that wasn't me. Your second year too, yes. Right? When I was gone.
Yes. Oh, okay. So what I tried to say, I couldn't do Ithaca without you. Please. But that's true too. I mean, my new roommate was peaceful and all, but it also came with some form of drama. So that I don't miss. But yeah, I did miss you, Ivy. And I'm happy we're in the city together. I mean, I'm still salty that we missed being roommates with each other because I told you I was going to California, but... And I would have been renewing our second year of lease.
No, but I mean, I'm just happy you are at least in the city. We do need each other to support each other through
I agree.
whatever we want to do. You know, whether it's getting, these men or getting on their level.
Yeah.
Winning professionally. But, yeah, I'm happy for you and your podcast and your
Thank
job,
you. Thank you so much. I know you couldn't. I remember, and you were around when I did get the job at Google. For some reason, you had just come back from France, and you were in the same house when I came upstairs crying.
Yes, we were, like trying to figure out.
Yes. What did she say? And I came upstairs crying. I was like, or whether you guys came downstairs, I can't remember. You and Grace, and we like,
I think maybe we came.
No, I came upstairs. I think I came upstairs to tell you guys. I can't remember.
I think we came upstairs because she was making one of her omelets.
I don't remember that day, but man, I just remember crying. Actually, oh my God, I signed my offer May 3rd. You see, I've been so bogged down with work. Usually I celebrate those small wins, but gosh. Anyway, thank God it's been a year.
Oh, you move on.
I'm grateful.
On to the next one.
And everyone has been like, you should change the name of your podcast. I'm like, no, I want the story to remain that I came here as a non-immigrant student. Like, I'm still on a non-immigrant visa. I mean, it's the non-immigrant experience. And that was something you suggested. It is, but on paper. I mean, so between you and I, we're immigrants. Mm-hmm. We left our country, or immigrants, whichever one. But like on...
Non-immigrant is like you're visiting.
Exactly, it's like you're not permanent stay to the U.S. government. So it's on paper, and I just that's where I got the name from. But yeah, let's do a little this or that questions to close this out. Okay, before that, what's one thing you like to say to Black women, Kenyans, African women, Nigerians, whoever is listening? Random sign outs.
Oh wow!
What's your life mantra?
To my sisters out there. Mm-hmm. I think you're great and you're amazing. You matter, and I know this world isn't kind to us. So,
wow, you're really heavy on that tonight.
Hugs and kisses. No, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
it's the truth. Because not even just the world, but sometimes we're not nice to each other either.
Oh, that's true. Preach.
I can say that.
Oh my God, I experienced that in grad school. So yes.
Yeah. And even here, like sometimes you find people who are just either cliquey or just in their own world. So in general, hugs and kisses, my sisters.
Yes, we matter. Love and light.
Yeah.
Power unto us. Okay, a little this or that. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
That's a lie. You just got into tea. That's a big fat lie.
Okay, my heart is with coffee, but my mind is with tea.
Okay, sister. Okay. Small chops or charcuterie for like...
Well, I have a charcuterie board here, so I guess it's a no-brainer.
Okay. Life plant or fake plant?
You're looking at my my bestie to the right of you, my plant bestie.
Okay, life plant it is. Beach or mountain?
I love a good beach.
Okay, nice. Me too. Netflix or Amazon Prime?
Netflix. What's on Amazon?
Rude. Pescatarian or vegetarian?
Pescatarian, because we need that protein.
Okay. Pilates or cardio?
Cardio. I hate when they make you bend down constantly. It makes me...
You know, I still don't even know how that exercise works.
I hate Pilates. It makes me nauseated. So cardio, because it's quick and I'm out.
Out, yeah. Let's do one last one. Give me one last this or that.
Burna Boy or whiskey.
Oh my, yes, I forgot. You love whiskey. But I would choose Burna Boy, even though like I'm a diehard Davido fan. But yes, our Burna Boy tickets, we should get them right
That's
after this
that's
episode.
segue.
July 8th, guys. Burna Boy is coming to NYC. Oh, thank you so much, Ivy. I'm so happy we recorded this. Thank you. We did it.
Bye, guys.
Yes, bye. I will see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.